Welcome to Transitions. My name is Antoinette Zloty, and today I have two guests with me. First, I will be speaking with Norma Kirkby from the Alzheimer's Society of Manitoba, and then later in the program, Brenda Snyder will join me. She's an occupational therapist. So, Norma, you and I were just talking a little bit about our own situation in the healthcare system and how we have been fortunate enough not to have serious leg injuries, let's say.
No broken bones, you're right.
No broken bones. But this is not necessarily the case with a lot of people. There are a lot of people who from one time or another find themselves interfacing with the healthcare system. They might have to go to emergency and then they have to come home, and there needs to be some modifications to the home to keep them safe, because the injury might have taken place somewhere else other than in the home. But certainly the home is where we spend a lot of time, and if it's a physical or a cognitive change, there are some changes that we'll have to make. So can you maybe tell me a little bit about some of the changes that people with cognitive deficits have to undergo, say, within their own home or community?
Well, people who have changes in cognition often find that they just don't perceive their environment as you and I might. It may be that they don't recognize certain aspects of home, so they become tense and frustrated, and at that point may do something that isn't quite as safe as it used to be. It may be also that they don't understand how to use certain appliances that they have used for years and years, but now all of a sudden, because of a cognitive change, are unable. But one of the greatest areas where people with dementia can experience injury or lack of safety is around their mobility. And we do know that people with dementia are more prone to falling. Now we need to back up though and kind of just stop and say, falling? Well, that's something that can happen to anyone. And we do know that falls can happen to anyone, and we know that 1/3 of individuals over age 65 fall and have some resulting injury each year, according to Statistics Canada. We also know, though, that if a person has Alzheimer's disease or another kind of dementia, they are 4 to 5 times more prone to falls and the outcomes of falls than you or I, who are cognitively well. And then beyond that, if they fall, largely because the whole rehabilitation process is fairly complex, and if they're having difficulties in following those kind of instructions, we find that individuals with a dementia who fall very often end up needing to transition to long-term care. And that, again, is a huge change in their life. So safety is critical for all of us. Safety is all the more critical for people with dementia in every aspect of their life, from using a knife through to their walk across the carpet, their use of the stairs. Then after that, we have to stop and say, where will they be safe? And it may be that they're safe at home with assists. It may be they have to have other care.
So we turn to occupational therapists for ways to do some assessments, maybe to help us determine how we can maybe reduce the risk. And what I'm liking to do right about now then is maybe I'll talk to Brenda Snyder, and possibly maybe we can get some tips from her as to how people can keep their homes a little bit safer in the community. So I would suggest that maybe individuals can go to the website and get some information about falls prevention for people with cognitive challenges then.
The Alzheimer's Society has a checklist that people can use to think about, how do I fall proof, and other safety aspects as well. the home.
Home. Okay.
And
well,
I
that
think it's
sounds
really
good.
important too to remind people
Well-
that through home care they can request an occupational therapist assessment.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Norma, for coming in today, and I really appreciate your information, and I would really suggest that individuals follow up with the society and check on the website. And so with that, I will just take a little break now, and then we'll be right back.